problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. Yeah, I be busy pushing records on my own. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, videos like me, follow me on social media. Labels want you to have 1 million followers. Won't sign me, don't mind me. I do the work on my own independently. I'ma keep trying, I'ma keep shining. Putting work every day, stay grinding. Life of an artist, trying to get signed, y'all. Ain't gon' let no label rob me of my shine, yo. Not me, yo. You can keep those contracts, that's what not me, yo. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. If one more label try to stop me, it'll be another label, wish they wouldn't sign me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. Ooh, I be grinding, writing songs, doing gigs in the studio, recording every day. That's how it is. 2 jobs up late all night, no sleep. Got a show, hit the crib, change clothes. That's how it be. Life of an artist, trying to get signed, y'all. Ain't gon' let no label rob me of my shine, yo. Not me, yo. You can keep those contracts, that's what not me, yo. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. Yep, I be busy pushing records on my own. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, videos like me, follow me on social media. Labels want you to have 1 million followers. Won't sign me, don't mind me. I do the work on my own independently. I'ma keep trying, I'ma keep shining. Putting work every day, stay grinding. Life of an artist, trying to get signed, y'all. Ain't gon' let no label rob me of my shine, yo. Not me, yo. You can keep those contracts, that's what not me, yo. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. Just another day, another song, and another show. Walk up on the stage and the crowd be like, there she go. If one more label try to stop me, it'll be another label, wish they would've signed me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. You don't want no problems with no problems with me. If one more label try to stop me, it'll be another label, wish they would've signed me. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Great song, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I was in the studio. So
Oh, wow. So how did you record that song, Bevan?
With my good great girlfriend Deanna Keys Hawkins, and Nicole the writer.
Wow.
That's what we did.
Oh, okay. That's great to hear. Well, welcome to IAG Radio Show. We are so glad that you are here with us on this evening. That song that you heard is called No Problems, done by me.
Bevan.
It was lovely.
Colin.
Thanks so much, David and Alesha. We are so very, very glad and honored to have the first co-owners of the Tropical Smoothie Cafe that is obviously Black owned.
Hello.
A standing ovation, eh? We are so honored to have you guys here, and definitely supporting the community, being in Temple Hills, specifically the shops at Iverson and the transitioning process of that. So we are so excited to kind of get into conversation with you all about how you all met and how it all came about and the process and the idea and all that kind of jazz. But right now, we want those who are watching for the first time to figure out what IAG is all about. You don't have to figure out anymore. IAG stands for Independent Artist Goals, and it's our duty and our mission to ensure that we provide independent artists a welcoming and positive platform to share and showcase their artistry. And we're here every single Wednesday. So if you know of an independent artist who is out here doing their thing, please let us know by just emailing us at iagradioshow@gmail.com, or you can tag us on social media at IAG Radio Show. And we'll just put you on. You know, we're here about supporting you. We are the plug, so we're going to plug you as best as we can and give you the love that you most certainly deserve. Now, let's go into some topics, because like there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on this past week, a lot of things that we need to talk about. So in one in particular, I want to talk about the 24-hour burial service of Sister Riri.
It was 24 hours.
24 hours. I mean, you got 100 pink Cadillacs going on.
That was dope, though.
I thought it was more than 100, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you
Mary
know,
Kay supplied that.
very much so.
They the original Pink Ladies.
Yeah, Pink Lady, would you be mine?
Oh, okay. That's how you gonna remix that.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Whole time. Now, oh, looky. And then here's the other thing about this is that there were like 5,000 ministers. So I definitely know everybody tried to preach a sermon, which I really don't understand. Like, if you are not the euloger, why do you try to eulogize every comment that comes out your mouth? Listen, follow it. It makes perfect sense. Don't come for me. If you are not the euloger, why do you try to eulogize and utilize every opportunity you come to the microphone to give a sermon?
We get it, but I really do think that who was the eulogy person?
We don't even know. Just call him Bishop, Reverend, Doctor, somebody. Okay, if it's one of those titles, Alesha, that's just what it is, though.
Bishop, Reverend, Doctor.
It was
Jakes.
such a big platform. Everybody wanted a little piece of it, you know.
Right. So it became more of a competition. I felt like a celebrity who can say what. Let me take as many pictures with these celebrities that I otherwise would never come to my church. And I definitely think that it's all around just disrespectful, because you are there to honor Aretha and her members of her family who are most certainly grieving, and instead of it being like a star-studded celebrity extravaganza type of BET awards, it should have been more or less a ceremony of remembrance. And I don't really recall in between the 24 hours, I probably checked in about maybe hour 15 to try to inquire like what honestly was going on. And there was only like a couple of people who honestly were singing like amazingly, right? Like Jennifer Hudson did an amazing job. We love Fantasia. She did an amazing job.
Always does fantastic. Yeah, she always does fantastic.
They both do.
Shaka Khan and her fan. I love Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan forgot some of the words.
Well, you know, I forget words too. So
This is true.
I love the fact that Shaka was innovative, and was able to put those lyrics on the back of her fan. Now, it just so happened the cameraman was a little shady. I felt like the cameraman was shady all around because there was no need to point out the people who were drooling. Donnie Simpson was caught eating Fritos. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is he at the movies, okay? Because it's a whole situation going on. And
I ain't mad at him.
At least he had Frito. What if somebody would have had a tuna fish sandwich?
It was either that or pass out.
I mean, when was the repass? I mean, if there was a repass. I mean, people just like, just go ahead and bring the food in here. Just eat some chicken, Royal Farms or something like that whole time. And, it's just unfortunate because it's kind of like it became a spectacle versus something that was honoring her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hope to catch season 2 soon.
Oh, my God.
I heard it
I
was
wouldn't
approved.
be surprised. If they can find a way to make money off of it.
Which
They
network?
have a best funeral award show.
Listen, y'all should have been out there in Detroit passing out smoothies, okay? Because y'all, just like the guy that was stop traffic
in Cali.
yeah, and did it for half price. Y'all could have been out there with some half price smoothies. I tell you what, you would have made all your money in that one day. They would have come out there like chicken. They'd be like, hold up,
Like, they got smoothies outside.
I agree.
right? Like y'all at the concession stand whole time. But there's one point that I feel that always causes people to stray away from the black church, and I say black church because you can go to church of many people, but like black pastors have a tendency to like do the most and say inappropriate things. Like, for example, the idea of saying Ariana Grande was some correlative to something at Taco Bell is just disrespectful on so many levels.
She was a chalupa.
Yeah, absolutely.
What, nigga? I'm not supposed to say that on camera. What you just say? What? Listen, we are sponsored, okay, and we have things that we cannot say on.
But you said it. I just said he.
No, you
was
said a chalupa. Like
that's the type of taco at Taco Bell.
oh, so are you going against the grain once again?
No, I'm not going against the
Okay.
grain. I'm just saying what he thought in his head because chalupas are tasty, and he thought Ariana Grande was tasty the way he was groping her.
Oh, which even speaks to another level of disrespect, right? Because if it was your child, your cousin, your niece, or what have you,
That was not the church hug.
that was not. I don't think so. I think the church hug is like, between the shoulder, the clavicle area, maybe.
Pats on the back.
Two pats on the back. That's all you get,
Arms width apart.
Right.
Hey.
Praise God for you. Won't he do it? Not the grope of like, let me just gather all of this.
And she looked
It
uncomfortable.
looked like she was
Right.
trying to get away.
Like,
Every moment. She was like, oh, and he was like, no.
come on, baby. Let the Lord use you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just clearly out of control. And, I also feel bad because within that 24 hours, it was hard for a lot of people to take their medication. So obviously, Reverend Jesse Jackson, his knees got locked a couple times just trying to get up out of the chair. And that's just really unfortunate.
That
You know what I'm
was
saying?
the shadiness of the cameraman. They did not have to zoom in on that either.
He was like, oh, one,
Bill Clinton was
two,
like, you need some help,
3,
man.
and then he got up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was really hard on them. But, the other component that was really interesting is
I wonder did they know. They had to have known.
he knew but he couldn't get up fast enough to do nothing about it. Hey, turn the camera, what you gonna do at that point? You just, it's all eyes on me at that point, But it's just interesting because you can see our leaders definitely aging, and that's just what's happening at this point. But to speak in all honesty about the eulogist who talked about single women raising boys and how that's not like something that can happen was very off-putting.
That was the main person who was doing the eulogy. Yeah.
Right.
Reverend. Yeah. Yes, that's
Reverend Jasper is his name. Right. And so I think it's really appalling for anybody who's trying to defend him. Like I saw a couple people that I know that, are in certain spotlights that like, I know him personally and I know that's not what he was trying to do. Just like they try to defend old boy who was groping, Ariana Grande. Like, no, sir.
Yeah, he was wrong for that.
You're completely wrong. And, there are if men were able to show up, then mothers probably would not have to be single trying to raise their sons. But unfortunately, there's a component to this pie that you're somehow you're not understanding. And to that piece of the pie is that what you gonna do?
Exactly.
What you gonna do when your back's against the wall?
Hello?
Okay. Are you just going?
Everybody acknowledges though that some families are forced to raise kids on their own.
Right.
I think he didn't have the right wording to say it. I think we can all agree that in nature, it's just not going to happen if there's not a man present at some point. You're not going to have a child. So it wasn't the intention of I guess bringing children or kids into the world wasn't for any one parent to raise a child by themselves. So let's, I hate to see the conversation go to a point where it's like, nah, women can raise men and men can raise, women into, girls into good women. I mean, it can happen. It's not easy. I think it would be a lot easier if both parents were in the picture. And there are some aspects of manhood that I think that a boy child is going to have to find from some man. And he may not get it from his father, but there will be somebody else, and maybe not even a father figure, but just other men that he comes in and across that he gets that from. And I think that's, if he could somehow convey that point, it's a little bit different.
Right, but he didn't.
He made, which was a little off-putting, but I think that's where he was trying to
we don't know. We can't. You can't even say that, Trev.
I don't know. I ain't.
Nah. Go ahead, David.
Theoretically, of course, it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be a man, of course, and a woman raising a child together. But I mean, that's reality for a lot of people. And I know quite a few single moms, especially when I was coming up, who raised a whole lot of
harem. Yeah.
A whole lot of good men.
The whole neighborhood got raised, right?
But like you said, at some point in time, there was a good man that has come into each and every one of those young men's lives, including myself, had a huge impact on becoming a man himself.
Right. And I mean, so here's the idea, and I hear you, Trev, but I also hear you, David, and I think my point is when you have a platform, you have the utmost responsibility to ensure that what's coming out your mouth on that type of level is sufficient enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was not the case. And in no way did that honor Aretha Franklin. And so I think that is more or less my concern is that she herself raised 4 boys by herself. She had the money. There were clearly uncles and cousins and whomever else around. But they okay. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about, I mean, there's obviously fathers who raise daughters by themselves and they come out stronger. There's a different perspective. Men, it takes time. Every child is different. It doesn't matter if you can have 2 parents and the child still buck wild. You know what I'm saying?
You never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like life is like a box of chocolate.
You never know.
Kids is definitely a box of chocolate.
Wrong time and place for his message.
Exactly.
That's the point, and that's the message.
wrong time.
But you know what's good about candy, though? You can pass it on to whoever you want to pass it on to. And definitely, John McCain passed on some candy, like candy.
Who passed it on?
Not John McCain.
Did he get up and do it?
Former President Bush. George, if he passed, then we will have Lord Jesus take me now. You know what I'm saying? So excuse me. But definitely at Senator John McCain's funeral, Michelle was like, this might be a little long too. And I might need something to taste on.
She was like, "Oh, y'all eating candy over there?
How about you pass the peas like we used to do?" You know what I'm saying?
Pass the peas.
I ain't mad at either one of them for
Right. But he was like real sized about it though. He was like, "Here you go, Michelle."
He had to pass that through Barbara.
Yeah. I thought it was Laura Bush.
Is it Laura? Barbara the mother.
Barbara ain't here no more. Okay, wait a minute.
I guess she was John McCain.
Why is the only presidents that you know about are Michelle and Barack? Come on,
forever president.
Forever.
Forever.
Forever my president. Forever my
until
forever,
my
Atlanta.
son is president, and then
There we go. Absolutely wonderful.
President Josiah.
It was
Campbell.
a really big deal over the passing of the candy. But like they said, it was fun. It was all in good humor. They had
Absolutely.
They had a ball. That's all.
It just shows the camaraderie.
Absolutely.
I think that a lot of times the media and outside parties try to paint a picture of Republicans and Democrats not getting along, and then because Bush, he was not that great of a well, you know what?
You can't say that.
He was all right. He was all right for what he was.
Compared to now, he's great.
Right, exactly. Bring Bush back.
Exactly.
Okay.
We'll take
Bring
him over-
anybody. Bring
take
Reagan
him-
back. If
take
you
him
want,
over what y'all got.
bring Reagan back. Now that's okay. Just bring anybody back.
Anybody but him.
Who got a resume? Just come on back in. But it's really interesting
Yeah.
is that once you are finished your presidency, it's over, and you're so excited because every single day, you know how you feel. Like I only have a few moments of this. Like when I perform, like I be drained. Like there's a certain persona I have to have on. You know, I have to have. You know, I can't really show if I'm angry or frustrated at something. I can't really show it. You know, and that's how they have been for 8 years plus. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So they couldn't really reveal how they were really feeling. I remember I told you about the Trayvon Martin documentary that has been playing on BET on Mondays, and how the moment President Obama came out and said, Trayvon, if I had a son, it would look like Trayvon. That was the most that he can honestly say, because he was advised that he couldn't talk about it at all, even though he wanted to say something. He said, you know what? Well, he can look like my son, and then all chaos, happen. And it's just like these people are honestly people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows you that the media has a tendency to feed us things that are not accurate, that are illusions. And, you know, I've always been a conspiracy realist. And, you know, I just feel like it's imperative for us to not fall for the okie doke.
I like that term, conspiracy realist.
Absolutely. Because it's imperative for us to know what the real deal is and not be kind of caught off guard, which often we are. And then there's so many people deliberating on things that they really don't have any clue about. And the reason I remember that is because when I was at Homeland Security, there was stuff that was going on and it was in the media. And I was like, oh, this is not really what... This ain't even adding up, but I can't say nothing, but this don't make sense, you know? Right. And so also some things that don't make sense that are interesting and you can actually learn from are people like Bobby Jones. I would say Bobby Jones. Why did I
Jones gospel?
Bobby Jones. Praise the Lord. That didn't make sense either. So, and in addition to other Bobbies that, you know, are interesting, Bobby Brown, he makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? And his story is on BET right now. Tonight is the second part of the experience. And I definitely put it on DVR. But I did a lot of research and reading on some of the things. And I saw interviews of him talking about kind of like who he is at this point, remarried with children, and how it's imperative for people to see who he was. And for himself to see, like, I'm no longer that individual, but that was me. And I'm not going to negate who I was. And I think that's really important. And it allows you to kind of think of like second chances. Absolutely. Because I feel like oftentimes, you know, we just kind of throw the baby in the bathwater out and we just say, oh, this person is so and so and so, and they have no opportunity to change. And the reality is that there's plenty of change, whether that change happens from death of loved ones, of a daughter, if it's loss of money, if it's loss of fame, if it's loss of can't sing anymore like I used to, if it's loss of I can't dance like I used to. All of those things are losses. But, you know, what's great is that he was able to honestly restart again. And so that should speak, you know, miles to all of us. If you was broke, you know, listen. If you already broke, you can't get broker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, well, you could. Your credit score could go further down. But, you know, prayerfully, it can go back up. And so if you hit rock bottom, the idea is that it has
nowhere else to go but up.
But up, right? And so even if it's an incremental increase, that still is something, a trajectory of improvement. And you're striving for excellence. And I feel that it was great to hear him talking. He had an interview with a lady on MSNBC, and she was just like, you know, trying to find anger in him. You know what I'm saying? Similar to that sidebar of when Serena was being interviewed by that white guy. And basically he was like, so you're really confident about yourself? And you're sure you're confident that you'll beat this white, you know, contestant? And she's like, yeah, I'm 14, but I'm positive that I can beat her.
It was Venus, I think. It was Venus.
I thought it was Serena.
It was Venus.
Either way, what else?
Exactly.
Either way.
Exactly. They tried to come for her, and she stood for herself.
Absolutely. But not only did she sue for her, I think her daddy said, listen, you ain't going to be out.
Look,
you want to see something, you're going to turn these cameras off real quickly.
Was her answer not sufficient?
You're not going to do this. She's a black, you know, he said that real. She's a black little girl. You will not, you know, negate her intelligence or her confidence, because if she was a white little girl, you would never even asked the question. It would have automatically been assumed that she was going to win, and there was no reason to be concerned about anything.
But she was going to lose playing against herself.
Regardless. But here's the idea behind this, is that you have to be confident in knowing that you can do better and you can overcome. And that's even speaking to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, independent artists, we all go through this when we're doing really well at one point, and then it seems like there's something that happens and you're like, dog, like, okay, Wow, I done hit rock bottom in my own mind, but in reality, you haven't, and you just got to keep on pushing and keep on moving and don't stop.
That's pretty much life itself, anyway.
Man, that word "life" is hard though, because
Yeah, it could mean so many different things, but like you were just saying, confidence is so important in everything that we do.
Right.
From childhood on up until being an adult. I mean, that is probably the most important ingredient to anything that you really want to be successful at is confidence.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you got to have that confidence when you walk in and you say, hey, so about this loan, we good. We going to need this for you to go ahead and pass this along. No, we not opening up another McDonald's. You know, we're not opening up something else. We're opening up something that is necessary in the community that will be beneficial, and we know it will matriculate great dollars. Okay, so let's just try me, and I'll prove you wrong. And you know, we're believing that absolutely, 100% of the time. And so think about somebody else who went against the odds is Colin Kaepernick, right? I love Nike. I didn't think I loved them before like this, but now I do. Because they did what most, you know, high-end level executives do for other people. They funnel money to someone without even talking about it. And so he still was able to have his lifestyle, still live, even in spite of him being boycotted against, basically. And made to sit out. And so, you know, it's always great to see a company who gets it. Like Nike got it with that. Did y'all see? We posted it on IAG's platform, but Nike paralleling how Serena was starting out for the U.S. Open as a kid, and her father is like a vicious dude. You know what I'm saying?
But that little clip is phenomenal.
Right.
I mean, if I could play that to every young girl or young boy, I mean, that just rings bells. The little clip itself.
Like it rang bells for me. Like I need to be acting like I'm at Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Whole time if I'm just in my bathroom, I'm performing it for you in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to tell myself this, and that's even for IAG radio show. Like I think about where we started, right, and where we are now, and how my vision for us to be even at a different trajectory. It's like we have to claim those things as they are and just walk into that. So, you know, unfortunately, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Iverson shops, you guys are going to have security because the lines are going to be out the wazoo when it's time to open, and y'all gonna have to tell people, look, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow, okay?
No, they ain't coming back. We got them.
Get them in there.
They gonna take you. You know what I'm saying? The last person at 11 o'clock, even though they closed at 9 o'clock, they're gonna take you at 11 o'clock because you wanted that strawberry banana kiwi smoothie. Okay, with a dose of protein. You know what I'm saying? Okay, won't it do it? If I might need a job though, whole time.
Right, y'all need some part-time employee.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm available on the weekend.
Only that's it?
Yeah, I got a full-time job during the week. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying?
I know how it is.
But I'm always looking for another gig. You know?
Of course.
Absolutely. So shout out to Nike for making sure that people are taken care of and they have their back. You know what I'm saying? All right, so it is now time for B with the T, B with the T. Ay. B with the T, B with the T. Ay. B with the T, B with the T. Ay. B with the T. Hey.
I like it.
Treb is awake on tonight.
You the man.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How's everyone's day going?
Good.
It's going pretty well.
Enjoying all that heat and humidity?
No.
Oh.
I can do without it.
Oh,
that was like 110. Prince George's County shut down the schools.
Yeah, PG County. You was in the T today. You there.
Oh.
Because you decided to close schools 2 hours early due to the heat. Where's your AC?
Oh no!
Where's your air conditioning?
I'm an employee of PG County.
That we complained about. Okay. We complained about last school year in Baltimore. You know the situation with the no AC. Are we having a repeat of last?
No. So let me clarify that there was no repeat. There was precaution. And there's no need to have students in a building when it's 104 degrees outside. And some of these buildings are older, and some of them have like the air conditioners that are just the windows, and you just can't compete. Like Betsy, me driving around in Betsy, we can't compete for that.
We got all these casinos, and we don't have air conditioning in the schools. Something's not
right. Well, we have air conditioning. We just don't have central air.
Right up into the casinos until they fix that situation.
I'm just saying that just
money.
Officials, let's work. Let's fix these schools for these kids. There's no reason for them to start out day 2 and y'all gonna go home 2 hours early. I'm giving y'all a good go ahead. Y'all have the new young lady in charge. She sounds like she is about to do amazing things with PG County. I heard her on the Joe Clay Morning Show this morning. I was extremely impressed. I have cousins and family all throughout the PG County school system, so I'm definitely excited for everything that's going to happen this school year. Stop letting these kids out of school early. They need to learn. They've been home long enough with their parents all summer.
No. As an educator, there's no need for keeping students in class
the next topic,
for no reason. Okay, give teachers a break. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's where you're coming from, teacher.
They just had a 2-month break.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Okay. Teach them kids. Do what you paid for. All right. And then in other news, we're gonna go on a topic of this Nike situation.
Okay.
So, some people are really upset that Nike is standing behind Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
They are so upset to the point that they are destroying their Nike gear. I mean, so upset that they haven't even thought about taking the shoes off their feet.
I saw that.
Before they burn them.
Wait. What you mean? They burn the feet with the shoe?
Yeah.
They just stupid. That's explaining right there.
My man burnt his shoe. He burnt his shoes on his feet, and then was like, they burnt so bad. And I had a picture. Yeah, dummy. Take the shoes off.
Oh, wow.
He left the shoes on his feet. Smart.
Next picture in the hospital, feet up,
you were so
all burnt
smart.
up.
And he was definitely so.
I'm sure
Nike,
social media had fun with that one.
They definitely did. Nike's corporate had fun with it. They put out a "How to Burn Our Product Safely" guide.
And it never frozen. That's like Wendy's, never frozen.
Always start your fire outside. Stand at least 5 feet from the open flame. Wow. Keep the clothes you are wearing away from the flame. Once burned, always douse the fire with water. Just do it safely. That's what Nike says.
Nike
Nike
as good as Wendy's.
Yeah, Nike is definitely coming through. Everybody is definitely, their stock is probably going to go up because people are going to sell it, other people are going to buy it. Because honestly, the people who, if you take notice of what's being burned, they are definitely burning the JCPenney Air Monarchs. They're not burning.
Oh my God!
The Jordans, the Air Force Ones.
That's too much money. We ain't got time for that.
And then, honestly, you burnt your shoes. They already got their money for them shoes. Like, they don't care. Burn it.
Right.
Why?
I guess they ran out of crosses and wood at Home Depot.
That's what somebody else said. Oh, so y'all not burning crosses now. Y'all burning shoes at people's yards.
And Nike's a glable brand. And you got to think, internationally, like, folks are on Colin Kaepernick's side. People internationally feel, feel the black people's plight here in this country. So
exactly,
it's a good move in that sense. Exactly. Definitely, the folks that are upset, they're really a drop in the bucket when you're looking at things globally.
Absolutely.
So, shout out to Nike.
Shout out to Nike, and then there are just other brands that are just falling in line. So we have the face of Under Armour told you guys, president, that he is not visiting the White House. Puma made Jay-Z a branded ambassador. Who does he support? Colin Kaepernick. And Adidas have rappers on the payroll who also support Colin Kaepernick. So the new question is, what are you people going to wear? What you going to wear? Mm-hmm. You can't wear Under Armour. You can't wear Converse. I guess.
Converse owned by Nike.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I didn't know that.
What you gonna wear? I don't know. Somebody they gonna come out with something.
Stand out.
Are they like boycotting
around
Nike going forward?
They are boycotting Nike. They are upset. They are pissed.
It doesn't matter. I feel like this is one of those kind of companies where the black dollar still matters, and so there's enough black people who buy Nike that they will be just fine.
The lines outside of DTLR will still be popping when those phone posits drop. Nike is not worried at all.
Nike shouldn't be worried.
Exactly.
Like you said, Nike is a global brand.
Absolutely, that's it.
How can you compete?
Yep.
In great, absolutely black girl magic news, Ayanna Pressley, she won the Democratic primary election in Massachusetts. And she was they recorded her when they announced her winner.
Right, I saw that.
She was so over, like, it made me want to tear up and cry. Like, literally, she just was genuinely surprised and just crying, and these tears of joy running down. Oh, it was just amazing. So congratulations to her. She's going to do some great things in Massachusetts. I definitely feel that way. And lastly, y'all remember with old boy from the Cosby Show?
Oh, I wanted to talk about Jeffrey Owens. Yes.
So why? Okay, he was working at Trader Joe's. He got a job. He hasn't had an acting gig since God knows when. I don't remember. I can't recall seeing him in anything past the Cosby Show. I'm sure he has a family, wife, kids, whatever that he needs to support. He had a job working at Trader Joe's. Somebody snapped a picture in Shady. That's what we do news. Always got the camera out. Put your phone up, please.
Job shaming.
But it was on Fox, though. That's the shade of all shade. They are the people who actually took and ran the actual the story.
But
on the Labor Day weekend.
So what the devil means for evil, the Lord means for good news.
Come on here.
Tyler Perry said, "Hey, you know what? We're about to start shooting the #1 show on. Come on down to the set. We love to have you."
Yep.
So people, come on now. People, the person who took the photo originally, why do you have a job?
Right.
Can I come to your gig at Taco Bell and shame you?
Chalupa.
Because you
Chalupa. Guacamole chalupa.
Because you slinging chalupas. Like, don't do that. A job is a job is a job. People always complain that, it's no jobs out here. And that's because you don't want to do nothing. Humble yourself, honey. Humble. Because I applied for McDonald's when I didn't have a job. Trust. I don't care what you need me to do.
Come on, Auntie Mary. How you doing? Yes.
They ain't hiring me, though.
It's okay. I'll talk to Auntie Mary about that.
But I got a job now, so I don't need it. But
you good.
I'm just saying. I applied.
Can I get some granite countertops? Okay.
Sure. Actually, you could.
I know.
I'm always down for that.
Exactly. Won't you do it?
Okay. But no, stop shaming people for stupid stuff. It's like, that's ridiculous. This man has a job. He probably, while working at Trader Joe's, still has probably more dollars in his bank account than the person recording the video.
I did hear him. He did say he did.
Exactly. Like,
and minimum wage, especially now, is pretty good.
Exactly. I'm sure he wasn't a frivolous spender. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he have to do between gigs to make ends meet. People, mind your business.
Yeah, I'll share my story because I feel like I need to.
Go ahead, restaurateur.
Okay. I wasn't even going to talk about that one. I was going to talk about when I was left Homeland Security making $72.50 an hour.
That's good money.
Yeah, and so
Can I borrow a dollar?
it's not existing right now. Okay, won't he do it? But my cousin Bevan said, "Hey, Sharice, do I said, you know what, Bevan, I think I need to get a job. Like, I need to get a job. I don't know if I want to go back in corporate America right now, but I need to get a job." And Bevan was like, "Come to Lowe's." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to come to Lowe's." And I came to Lowe's. And when I was at the front, I found myself, like, if there was somebody that was walking in, I found myself going back to Bevan's desk, going to the bathroom, looking at the light fixtures. I just found myself walking away from the front desk. And Bevan said to me, like, "Listen, Reese, nobody is going to pay your bill, so it doesn't really matter what it is." And I think it was more or less because I'm really hard on myself in general. So I was like, man, I'm at Lowe's, but, I'm still working, though. You know what I'm saying? It was the lowest paycheck I ever saw in my life, but,
it was one that you got.
I got that paycheck. And I think I ate at some place at that point when I wasn't vegan. We went to some place to get something to eat. So it was okay. And I think what I had to learn from that was, like, it doesn't matter. Like, no one honestly is going to say, here's a check for, $5,000. Nobody's going to do that for you. And it's like, why are you so concerned about what the other person is thinking? And I realize it's something that is like it's inundated, especially through like social media experiences right now. this idea, and I've seen other rappers that are like, Young, I just had this album out, blah, 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 blah. It's on Unsung. And they were like, I can't go out and get a regular job because I'm so and so and so.
No one cares.
No one cares. And BBD, light-skinned tall guy, did real estate.
Oh, he did real estate.
DeVoe, right. And he was like, listen, I'm gonna have to get some real estate going on and popping because we not on tour, we not selling nothing right now.
All you famous people, exactly. If you down on hard times and you want to go get that regular job, because guess what? Your fame is going to attract more customers coming into the store. Latavia from Destiny's Child, she said when she got kicked out the group, she went and worked at a record store, and more people were coming in and they were purchasing, but they were seeing if she really worked there. So you bringing more money into the business.
Right.
Allow your celebrity to work for you. Don't be stupid and broke.
Right. Right. I mean, start your own business. I mean, obviously that works too, but it's also difficult to finance. Right. And then think about it. The Cosby Show, clearly those residuals were cut because of what just transpired. Yeah. So he's not getting those checks anymore. And so, he was getting checks. He was getting royalty checks. I mean, he talked about it. I mean, he worked at Trader Joe's for 15 months. He said he loves Trader Joe's. But he sure enough quit when Tyler Perry said, come on, East on down the road to Atlanta. He left Jersey, said, well, shoot, I'm going to do this interview in New York real quickly with Robin Givens, and then I'm going to have to roll on down, East on down to Atlanta. Robin Roberts. Okay, tonight I'm just less against him.
I'm sure Trader Joe's is a great song, but
Trader Joe's though.
Who?
Robin Givens been doing it.
Oh, dang.
She does play. She does a lot of stage plays. Yeah, a lot of stage plays. So,
but the point of the matter of the story is that I felt like that, and I ain't been on nobody's plastic on nobody's television show. But it was more. My issue wasn't necessarily Sharice Jones, the singer thing. Mine was, crap, I gotta go to Lowe's, and I ain't never been to Lowe's before, but I got up and I was on time, you know what I'm saying, and I'm grateful that there was a plug to even get me the job. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And so that's just a humbling thing, you know what I'm saying. I just feel like that's what it is. But one thing I forgot to mention is this gentleman who did a trial. He wore the Redskins jersey,
but it said Caucasian.
And he walked around New York. And he wanted people to kind of see how ethically unmoral this is of us as, parading around Redskins, which is really a derogatory term. Hence why we have not won anything for the last several decades. But I'm convinced of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking around with a sign that says nigger. I mean, it's like Team Nigger. How do we celebrate that? But here's the deal. It's like only unless it's correlated to yourself do you become offended by it, right? And so that was simply the message. And
he got death threats and everything off of that, basically.
Right. And so why wouldn't you have death threats about walking around with redskin? I mean, that was a derogatory statement. It was never okay.
All I say is that they don't really care about
we all need to get those shirts and just go to one of the Skins games.
All I want to say is
that's
that
what I want to
they
do.
don't really care about us.
While we talking about home team, congratulations to the Mystics.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, get it, boo.
They're gonna bring it home.
That's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? But listen, guys, it is time for some amazing music, and I'm excited. So, Torian, take Trev's mic so I can hear you talk.
Oh yeah. So this is Love Baby and SB Quan and Westside Chris. This is their song they submitted to us. This is Maximum Control Music, independent label locally. Check them out. Get hip, y'all.
All right.
Hi, little baby.
I see you bad, little baby. You don't need no man, little baby. I get to that car. Yeah. I see you bad, little baby. You got that cash, little baby. You don't need no man, little baby. Let's get to them bands, little baby. Cause I wanna come up with you. Cause I like it swell, little baby. You don't gotta ask, little baby. Let's get to that cash, little baby. I see you bad, little baby. You got that cash, little baby. You don't need no man, little baby. Let's get to them bands, little baby. Cause I wanna come up with you. Cause I like it swell, little baby. You don't gotta ask, little baby. Let's get to that cash, little baby. Yeah, shawty, you know that we vibing. I pull up on you as you riding. Heard you been focused on money. 2K ain't worth a designer. I'm fucking with what you are digging at. These hoes ain't internet. Said you a college girl, work off the internet. I see you grinding, you see I'm grinding. I give you love, these niggas can't give you that. Roll up together, get high, I got my head in the sky. Shawty be geeked off her feelings with me, I know why. She fuck with me cause I'm a hell of a guy. Whoa, I know what you thinking, girl. What if I can't mess it up? I'd have been around the world, so maybe we can't fall in love. Me, you, nobody else. Tell me what you trying to do. Throw the bands, act a cool.
All right, girl, now.
I hear you, SB Quan.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, so
Lil
thank you
baby.
for submitting your music. If you want to follow them at AMADIS for real. Check them out. But this next artist we want to get to right quick is Mahalia. This song is called Sober. It's mixed by Jarreau Vandal. You know, we played him before. Yeah. So she's from England. She has that alternative R&B soul vibe. She credits Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill for her sound. So check it out. She has this one song called I Wish I Missed My Ex, which is hilarious. But she's dope. Check her out.
Now that I am sober, I take back what I said. I'm sitting with this love hangover. Boy, it's hurting my head. It's the middle of October, and we just came to an end. I'm just sorry that there ain't no time left. You and I were over, me and you are done. When I wanted to be closer, you just wanted to run. Though I know it's no one's fault. If I've learned anything at all with us, no matter how I had it up, 1+1 is none. You've been on my mind for a while now, trying to get you off cause this ain't right now. You said it was a vibe for the time being. It was nothing more but I just couldn't see it. This is not a song for the whole world. Felt like it could have been us against the whole world. Baby, you were mine and I was your girl. Whatever happened to the time that we spent sober? I take back what I said. I'm sitting with this love hangover. Boy, it's hurting my head. It's the middle of October, and we just came to an end. I'm just sorry that there ain't no time left. You and I were over, me and you are done. When I wanted to be closer, you just wanted to run. Though I know it's no one's fault. If I've learned anything at all with us, no matter how I had it up, 1+1 is none. I've been at this party for some time now, sipping on Bacardi till it runs out. You are in the corner with your head down. I don't even wanna know what that's about, cause you're the one that's always getting too wasted, and I'm the one that's never that intoxicated. Tonight I'm in my feelings, oh I'm faded, but I don't wanna think about the complicated. Oh, young love got me feeling like I can't get up, wishing for it but it never left. I thought we'd be together, oh it ended so fast. Now that I am sober, I take back what I said. I'm sitting with this love.
I guess the moral of the story is we always say things differently when we not sober. You know what I'm saying?
I really like that.
Courage.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a feel-good song, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you feel like, you know, you can kind of like clean up around the house and then you like take a little drive and be like, you know, I need a refreshing experience like a smoothie or, you know, a pineapple quesadilla or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And luckily we have the co-owners of Tropical Smoothie Cafe in the IAG suite, and we are so excited to have them here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. David and Alesha, listen, y'all. First of all, I'm just proud of y'all, right? We just gonna put that out there. And it was so dope because we talked about you all about a couple of episodes ago and about the importance of having healthy options here in the Prince George's community. And it's like, wow, finally, and it's at Iverson Mall, you know what I'm saying? And now that Iverson Mall is transitioned to the shops at Iverson, it just sounds better. It just rolls off your tongue a little bit better. And there's obviously a level of prestige is definitely infiltrating it as well. And we're so proud of you all for making that commitment and that step to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, because a lot of people don't know y'all like that, you know what I'm saying? So we want people to know the story behind the greatness, which you guys are. And so you guys obviously started off at Morgan State University. Am I correct about that?
Yes.
Yep, that's correct.
That's the school my daughter goes to. Morgan Bear, stand up.
Hey.
All right.
Morgan Knights.
All right now. So my question to you all both, or how did the friendship from Morgan State University evolve into being business partners?
Yeah, that's such a great question. We get it so often. We do get it often. So
did y'all get y'all answer together by now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
It's just the reality of it all. It's not necessarily an answer. So, of course, we went to Morgan State together, came in together. And one thing about going away to college is people from the same area have a tendency of kind of, hanging around.
Flocking to each other. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you might have, people from the DC, PG area hanging together.
Yeah.
Especially your first year.
Absolutely.
Then you might have individuals from different parts of New York hanging together with Jersey and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a whole lot of mutual friends, and so I knew of her and she knew of me.
Okay.
But we didn't communicate.
Oh.
At the moment.
Okay.
So like I said, this is early on. This is our freshman year. So literally 4 years later, her senior
year. Okay. Wait, you said her senior year. So what year was you on? Junior?
I was gonna say I always tease her about being a whole lot smarter than me.
Oh, okay.
even though we came in together.
That's what's up.
She graduated in 4. It took me an extra semester. But
that ain't nothing. Oh, you act like that was 2 more years. You know what I'm saying? Like you graduated. Thank you, Lordy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It was time to go. But I always tease her about that. So her senior year, we just decided to kind of take our friendship or just knowing one another just as acquaintance. And kind of we started dealing with one another as young adults.
Oh, okay. Sweet lady, would you be my sweet love for a life? Tropical Smoothie. Yeah.
It didn't quite go like that.
You gotta get the real story.
Oh, right, Felicia, right? Because he like, see what had happened was.
No, he's right.
Okay, cool beans.
So I wasn't gonna get into the exact.
Right, you don't have to though, David. You don't have to. Whole time we respect everything.
Yeah. So
Alesha, tell me what's with it.
Right. Her senior year, we started dealing with one another, and just so happened it was towards the end of the year. And like I said, she was graduating. So this is before Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
And once she graduated, we just lost contact with one another. I mean,
oh dang, no Black Planet at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like we were young adults, so we acted as such.
Oh, okay. When y'all was done, y'all was done. No next tail, no chirp.
See you.
Nah, we good.
It didn't end on a sour note at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It wasn't no bad blood at all.
All right.
Anyway, long story short.
Good story.
12, 13 years later, we hadn't spoken to one another. We hadn't seen each other. No means of contact. No, we wasn't friends on Facebook or none of that.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So we just so happened to bump into each other October 2015 at the homecoming, of course.
What? Come on home. Come on down. Hey, baby, I'm coming home again. Hey, baby, I'm daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Hey.
I like that.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I having a ton of fun. Yeah. I like that.
We definitely are. I hope it's fun for you too.
Yeah. I'm enjoying myself.
All right, bet. Okay.
So I'll make a long story short. We ran into each other at the homecoming, and it was a great time for both of us.
Okay.
Obviously, we both were adults, so we just kind of picked up where we left off at. We just had to learn one another as
adults.
Like I said, we were young adults then, but now we are grown adults. So we just had to had to learn each other, and we reconnected, kind of hit the ground running, and
we ain't never stopped since then.
Here we are.
Oh, keep on moving, don't stop. No, keep on moving.
I refer to her as my business partner as well as my life partner.
Oh goodness.
Although we go to the end of
I'm not singing with you tonight. I ain't gonna sing with you tonight.
Okay, yeah. That's what's up. I mean, that's like the love and basketball experience. Oh, this is like love and smoothie experience.
I'll make a smoothie for your heart.
Right. Because I'm just so smooth with it. Hey, there we go.
That was a good one.
So Alesha looked like she just smiling, like she like, yeah, that's a nice story, synopsis or whatever.
That's the real story.
Okay,
That's
awesome. So from that story of friends being friends, allowing you both to grow as individuals collectively and together, I think, you grew a little bit and then you said, let me live my life a little bit and come back. What was it that you guys said, let's finally go into business with one another? Let's honestly make this happen.
I think personally we, again, being adults, we something was, lacking, and we wanted something. We wanted to have our own business. We wanted to, we started to talk and deal with one another, and we started to have these goals.
Indeed.
Started to talk about what things we wanted to do separately. I mean, just throwing things outside, and then, being, I guess you can say, being in a partnership with somebody. You always want to grow in future-wise.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, meeting back up with David, it was definitely a great time in our life because now we were able to live our life the way we wanted to.
Yeah, indeed.
And not be so fearful about things we wanted to do.
Okay.
So, we started talking about, going into business, start putting ideas out there. And we love, of course, Tropical Smoothie. And we just started honestly just getting information. It's free information out there for anything you want to do.
Yeah.
If there's an idea, just we ordered books from Amazon. We Googled everything, and collectively with this idea, we just researched. We did it together. There's nothing that we didn't do separately when we were when this idea came to us.
I think I definitely appreciate that, and I love it because that means that both of you are integral components of this happening. So it's not like it's heavily on one person or heavily on another person. Both of you all have strengths.
It's a true partnership.
Absolutely.
It's a true partnership.
Indeed. And I guess my question is, why did you choose Tropical Smoothie as Cafe as the actual franchise that you wanted to do? There's a plethora of franchises just that you could have chosen, but why that one in particular?
Well, honestly, we just love the product. We were loyal. We started off as loyal customers, literally finding ourselves in Tropical Smoothie all the time.
Oh, snap.
Even when we traveled, we went to Florida. We had to find a Tropical Smoothie. We had to Google Atlanta, Dallas.
We had to find it.
We had to find one.
And they found you. They were like, listen.
So literally, we just decided to put our money literally where our mouth is. So
that makes perfect sense. That's great.
I think in any business that you have to love what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
it's
this
been proven you'll do better if you enjoy
it's not work. It's passion.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's how you guys are independent artists, following and pursuing your passion. Absolutely, and I love that. So, it's clear why it attracted you. So whose idea was it to have this great healthy option and put this at the shops at Iverson?
Well, we, of course, both agreed on it. But see, I'm from the area. So I grew up in Forestville.
You from the area. You from Maryland, ain't you?
Right.
We both from Maryland, by the way. Don't make me think like I'm from another state.
No. I wasn't specifying.
No, but he gave me that look like I'm from the area. Whole time, Slim.
You are.
Yeah.
Maryland. You might be from Maryland.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We love you, boo. Absolutely. So you from the area?
Yeah. So just to give you a little bit of history, as she stated, we both from the county, of course. I grew up in Forestville. I graduated from Forestville High School. I lived in Suitland for a short time, so I understood with the area. And once we came together with this idea, it just made so much sense. Like, we knew that this area was starving for a healthier food option because we were so familiar with what has already, what was there for, from
growing up, just what's there. It was already there. We got Bojangles, we got sugar cookies. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna repeat the comment that I made on an episode a couple of weeks ago. But the point is that there's an healthy option. And what we were talking about is like, if you build it, we will actually come. Absolutely. And I think the issue is the trepidation of not having those available options to us, and therefore they couldn't actually see product and growth, because honestly we were going in different districts and cities and states to actually try to gain these healthy options, you know, and that's inevitable. So I know now that with you all opening, that there will be data showing that African Americans do earn and can afford healthier options. Absolutely. And yearn for them to be in their neighborhoods, you know? Right. And so kudos for you all for taking that leap. And it just seemed like it's probably seemingly like it's perfect timing, because at the time there's all that reconstruction. They bought the land and decided to kind of make things anew. And obviously you guys got in good and was like, okay, we want to be a part of this build out. So what was that process of even trying to kind of put a bid in and say, let me get our franchise license, right? And then say, okay, how are we going to navigate this with the contractors, the builders, and the county? It seems like a lot of red tape.
Yeah, well, with being a franchise too, there's a lot of setup already within the company anyway.
Awesome.
So we had good people behind us within the franchise who were very helpful.
Wonderful.
Who, you know, pretty much held our hand throughout the process.
Yeah.
And also, you know, negotiated a lot of stuff with Iverson and things like that. So we didn't have too much trouble. It took a while, but we didn't have too much trouble with that.
So what was the inception point of saying, hey, I'm interested, let me put this bid into where we are today? Like sign, flooring down, like that was a long, okay, won't he do it? That's a testimony in of itself, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, indeed. So that was a long process. So what did you learn in that process?
What haven't I learned is more the question. But yeah, so throughout the process, I mean, you go through it step for step, and of course, as Alesha stated, you have if you're with a really good franchise, you have individuals from that side that will, you know, they have certain things in place for you. For instance, they may have they'll have a realtor who, you know, will help you along the process. You know how to negotiate your lease on your own.
Mm-hmm. Like 10 years, 15, 20 years, all these incremental.
Even if you find the location, they have a realtor.
Wow.
And that's what they do.
Okay.
You don't have to go to the table and negotiate, because that's what they do. They understand the language.
Right.
I mean,
legalese.
Exactly. So, so they have things like that in place. So, but once everything is signed, sealed, and delivered, then of course, you still have a long list of things that you need to
Which we
take
didn't
care. Right. We had no idea we was getting ourselves into.
Okay.
But throughout the
So I mean, it's just gonna make it easy. So when y'all have your next franchise, you know what I'm saying, whole time, this you gonna be like, oh, this ain't nothing, Brad. Exactly. Listen, give me this paper right here. I already know which one guy goes. Hey, is Bob and them up there? Just tell them, you know what I'm saying, it's David and Alesha. You know, we gonna get through much easier.
Yeah, we know now. But again, a lot of that came with a lot of research too.
Okay.
That we did beforehand, and you know, now, you know, our biggest thing is, you know, letting the people see us and understanding the story. And I will say the county has been great. Like, we're in District 7, District 6 been great, councilman, councilwoman, Chamber of Commerce. Like, we made sure we put ourselves out there, that they see us, and, you know, they respect
really receptive.
Really receptive.
Well, that's
everything.
amazing.
So we've definitely been trying to build these relationships throughout, you know, our district and the next district over, which is the Forestville District Heights district over there. So I can't say anything bad. Like, if we need something, they're so helpful. So
I mean, that's a blessing to hear that, because only a couple of years ago, you would never have gotten that. You'd have been like, you know, trying to figure out, you know, who is my council member? How does that person play a role? Do I need to have that person in the corner? Like, how do I navigate all of that? And the fact that you guys were making sure that all those things were connected, the fact that the community even knows that you're like Like, people are so hyped that you're coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, people are hyped. They like, oh snap, that's tropical. We can get you know what I'm saying? That, you know how people act like
for healthy options. I mean, you don't want to eat the Bojangles and McDonald's, get their little smoothie, go to Cold Stone, get their smoothie all the time. You want something different. You want something clean. Exactly. You know, I don't want the powdered strawberries all the time. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you digging in that bowl, getting them fresh California strawberries.
Yes.
Give me a couple extra on that.
Right, because you know it matters at what time you go. And I know for me right now, I'm doing the intermittent fast right now, and it's like my time is at 11 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So by 11 a.m. until about 7 p.m. that's about when I can actually indulge. And shout out to this 11 a.m. Saba Abara. I think I butchered that, but it's an Ethiopian songstress from the DMV area, and she has a song called 11 a.m. Let's get hip.
I told you I love you, would you make me say it twice? If I told you I need you every day of my life, would you stay a little longer? Would you answer when I call you? You've been on my mind. No, I don't mean to be a bother. I just gotta know if you really are about me. Just tell me so. If you are, if you're not. If you are, then sure, sometime. If I told you I love you, would you make me say it twice? If I told you I need you every day of my life, would you stay a little longer? Would you answer when I call you? Do you mind? Do you mind? 'Cause you've been on my mind, on my mind. I was aiming for the moon until I saw the only shyness light for you. So if I told you I love you, would you make me say it twice? If I told you I need you every day of my life, would you stay a little longer? Would you answer when I call you? Do you mind? Do you mind? 'Cause you've been on my mind. Do you mind? Do you mind? 'Cause you've been on my mind.
Hey. So, that was, I like that though.
I really did.
I ain't gonna lie, when I typed it in the Apple Music, I definitely put Sabra as in the hummus, and nothing came up.
Oh, wow. Indeed, but you can follow her at the Saba. Saba, Dound. You can find her at the Saba, Dound. Follow her, because that's like a feel-good experience right there. And, talking about feel-good and things that are rewarding, like what has been the most rewarding point for you all in this journey thus far?
Well, sometimes, you just going through the process, you get so caught up in it. What's next? What we have to do to make sure we're ready. But sometimes you just got to literally tell yourself, stop and smell the roses, as they say.
Yeah.
So I think just, kind of it's been rewarding to, come right back to the same community that raised us.
Yeah, that's so dope. It's like a 360 experience right there. Because what's good. Like, you know this community. Like, that's big. Yeah. That's historical. Like, I feel like I feel that you guys are making history. I think I said this in probably another time or just in conversation with other friends and such. and just kind of like bragging, like, yeah, they coming on our show. You know what I'm saying? Whole time we got the exclusive. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And you guys are doing an amazing job right now.
A lot of people do things and
You're
then move away from where they are from. So just the fact that you all are from here and you are bringing something here and, you know, allowing people to see that we made it. Like, we're from here. We did it. You can do it too.
That's, yeah.
You'll be surprised how many times someone has said to us, Iverson, why you choosing Iverson? Or why
not?
Why Iverson?
Exactly.
That's listen, let me tell you something right now. You know what I'm saying? I live in Temple Hills. I bought my house in Temple Hills. It's a single family home. I have no problem. You know, when I first got my Chinese food delivered to my house, even Chinese people were like, did not know these houses were back here. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I don't need nobody to know that these houses are back here. But the point is that there are prominent people that live in Temple Hills. People who live in Temple Hills go to Iverson Mall. I shop at Iverson Mall purposely to make sure that my dollars are being spent in my neighborhood, and making sure that my district is starting to have funds. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a child, I probably wouldn't send them to the school district, but at least I know I'm shopping and giving back in some kind of way. And so I feel that it's a remarkable idea. It's ingenious because everybody goes to Iverson Mall
For something.
I go to get my eyebrows threaded. Shout out to Benda. You know what I'm saying? Like, people go for other reasons. It doesn't matter. Iverson Mall was always the mall that was like back in the day that people went to. Why not make it that in this? And it's being reconstructed. Like, it's getting refaced and retooled and everything else like that. So I think it's in a prime location. It's right off of Branch Avenue, right off of 7A. Come on down 7B. You know what I'm saying? Like, right off of Suitland Parkway. We ain't got no worries. We got you right here. Come on through. You need to get some money, go to the Bank of America, and then come on down to Smoothie Cafe. We got you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. And I feel like that's a pivotal mode, and that's historical because you guys, it's a black-owned business coming in a community where others would count you all out, and we have not counted you out, and we believe in you heavily. And so my thing is, just remember me when I'm coming to get a smoothie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm coming too.
The support been so real, man.
It has been.
And we like two humble individuals, so we don't take none of it lightly.
No.
Yeah.
None of it lightly.
I'm serious about that job though.
Absolutely. So question, what's good? Like, when are you guys starting to accept applications yet? Or are we just trying to figure out our date of because you can do a soft opening obviously right before you do the grand. Yep. So do we know what kind of like soft opening we might do, or we have a figure if it's this year, if it's next year?
Oh, it's definitely not gonna be next year.
Oh no!
No. We're on the countdown.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to the month of September.
It was a month of September.
We haven't narrowed it down to an exact day, as we spoke about earlier. There's still some red tape and things you have to get over especially towards the end of it.
Okay.
Permitting and inspections, final inspections.
Yes.
Things like that. So we're kind of coming down that list. We'll be checking things off, and once you literally get over those humps, then you can say, okay, now
it's on and popping. Right. Y'all gonna have a whole party out there. I just know it.
These machines.
Right.
Hope. I like the party, so.
Oh snap!
We can come and host the party.
We can host the party. I can perform. My whole band can be out there. Trev can be on the ones and twos. You feel me?
They doing live performances over there now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got it. It's okay. There's some red tape with that, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get there, though. And I just think that you guys should have a bomb grand opening. And that's just what it's going to be.
That's exactly what I meant when I was like, I like the party. But that's exactly what in my head is
absolutely. I got you, Alesha. You know what I'm saying? Whole time.
Because we are very, like David said, we're humble. And sometimes we don't even have time to think. But, we have these moments where we sit back and it's like, wow. Like, it's not about Tropical Smoothie Cafe. It's really about coming into the community and really being community activists and letting the kids and even older people see us and having them say, well, how'd y'all do it? And for us, it's more like, well, we just wanted to. We didn't stop there. We wanted to do something and we never stopped.
Right.
And so we really just want to be examples, and that's our main objective.
Indeed.
So,
we want to represent hope.
Absolutely.
Represent hope.
#represent hope.
I think you have represented that in a catechismically and at a high level for sure, because it's something to many people stop at. I think I can, but you guys said I will, and I will do it. And no matter what adversities might come on, we're going to get over them and overcome them together, so that we're stronger, and that you understand this is much bigger than just Tropical Smoothie, as you said. That's why I say it's historical.
It's much, yeah. And I got a good partner. I mean, this is a great where I lack, he comes in, and vice versa. So it's worked.
Absolutely.
It's worked, so.
I mean, just to even hear that, it's a beautiful thing. Like, that you guys have camaraderie, you have love, you have expertise, you have business savvy, and it's all coming together. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all that matters, you know.
Make no mistake about it, it definitely took a lot of sacrifices.
Okay.
I mean, even if we had to eat tuna fish sandwich for a week, I mean, who cares?
Hey.
We know what we got. We know.
Tuna real good.
At least you making them tuna sandwiches, you know what I'm saying? She was like, baby, I made a tuna sandwiches.
This is
okay?
a gourmet tuna sandwich.
Right.
We got that bib lettuce.
Who cares? As long as we get to where we want to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the kind of grind we was on for a while.
And that's the real grind, and that's why we support you. We support you because you've been doing this independently, on your own, and collectively making it happen. And that this is you understand how much of a bigger deal this is, just versus it just looking like it's something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're also uniquely different. There's not 5 of you like a block away from each other. You are the only in a certain radius. And,
yes, in radius, yeah.
And so that's pivotal in of itself. So Alesha and David, we love you. We are proud of you. We support you. Thank you so much for being on IAG Radio Show and giving us that exclusive. You guys, listen, the address is 3737 Branch Avenue, Temple Hills, Maryland, 20748. And they are at the shops at Iverson. If you haven't driven by, they have taken down the little, they're right in between Chipotle and Wingstop. So you're going to have to go. They in the middle, so that means you need to go there. Okay? Just go there first. Okay? Go there first and you worry about it. Make smart decisions. Absolutely. And you can follow them at tropical_smoothie_cafe_Iverson. Yep. And that's where you can find them. And you don't have to do all that. Just put in Tropical Smoothie. They're going to pop up because so many people have been searching for them that they ready. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they say open, people going to be out there like we are. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So let's get into this quick last song. Jay Prince, My Side. Jay Prince is a rapper, producer, and songwriter from the UK. This is off his album Late Summers. Go ahead and get hip to this.
I don't want to get too drunk. I don't want to get too high. I don't want to think too much. I just want you on my side, my side, my side. I just want you on my side, my side, my side, on my side.
Yeah, oh yeah, you killed that look. It's a blessing, baby, how the hell you look that good? Mama told me treat your women like a queen, that's true. And if you're vibing for the night, you might as well pass through. Oh me, oh my, it's been a minute. Fine young lady, better help my indecisions. Have been feeling blue, baby, I ain't even crippin' from the city where they gangbang and still make a living. Cruising down to age 13. Niggas ride clean and they play dirty. Many other women really try hurt me. I find it funny how they love you when your clothes stay clean. Loving everything that you bring to the table, yes, you give me something to think. I've been a bias since the day when we just started to link. Controlled emotions, got you holding firm, grip to the hips. Ah yeah, it's really been that way. You hate love, man, there's no such thing. It's human nature, here's a couple of things. I've been a victim, put me up in defense. I hope you listen up for the pay. I paint a picture, baby, this is for me.
I don't wanna get too drunk. I don't wanna get too high. I don't wanna think too much. I just want you on my side, my side, my side. I just want you on my side, my side, my side, on my side.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That dude that was rapping, was that Kendrick Lamar? Because it sounded like it was Kendrick.
Nah, his name is Jay Prince.
That was Jay Prince. Listen. He sounds just like Kendrick Lamar. So
that same kind of style.
Yeah,
and follow him at Lounge in Paris. He's super dope. Yo.
Yeah, he's definitely dope.
Yeah. Oh, so and some things to get into this weekend, y'all. It's been live. Songbird is having celebrating Adams Morgan Day this Sunday, September 9th at noon, with Trouble Funk, DuPont Brass, Young Prince. Also, Songbirds tonight is having the Aretha Franklin Queen of Soul tribute. A lot of people that who are fans of the show and familiar to the show, like Micah Robinson, Dante Pope, and all those people, Patience, they're all singing tonight and doing that Aretha Franklin tribute. Also, check out the DC Short Films Festival. It's from September 6th through the 16th throughout the DC area. For more information, check out festival.dcshorts.com. They have workshops, showcases, parties, special screenings, screenplay competitions, etc. Check it out. Also, the Congressional Black Caucus, big event in the city, is coming up, the 40th annual, September 12th through the 16th. For more information, check out CBC FINC on IG. And also, we had this last minute, just because it was a super dope event, Black Girls Do. They're doing a Photography Presents Toast to the Summer photo walk. It's September 15th. I believe that's a Saturday, from 3 to 6 at the Yards. They're actually meeting up at the Department of Transportation on New Jersey Avenue. For more information about that, check out Black Girls Do on IG.
Absolutely. And so, listen, guys, if you have an event that's going on and you want us to promote it, by all means necessary, hit us up. We'll do it for you. We'll talk about prices and everything else like that, and sponsorships as well, because we are here to support and promote any business that you have that's going on, or any artwork or whatever it is that you have going on. That's what we want to do. So you can follow us at IAG Radio Show on social media, and hit us up at iagradioshow@gmail.com, because we will respond back to you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, we had a very awesome show.
Yeah, we did. Thank you.
I've learned so much. I'm so proud of you guys. I feel like I'm a little sister and just rooting you all from the sidelines, and we'll be up in your face. Okay, so
we need the support. Trust me.
Oh, well, you definitely gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? Whole time.
I don't know if you really know what you just signed up for.
We got our support as well. So
awesome.
Vice versa.
The thing is, we not even talking about financially. We just love this right here.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Just having this, that's a blessing in itself.
Absolutely. We're just so honored to have you guys on this evening. And so, it's never too late to get booed up. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit us with my song that's been in rotation all this week too. Hey, Boot Up Remix, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you next Wednesday. Keep it 100. IAG, baby. Yeah. What'd you say about?
I was wondering about that.
Keep it 100. I know I said at the end of the song.
Can't control my anxiety.